These people are French. They enjoy sex and judging you.
You're overacting a bit.
One of them's overacting a bit.
See, what it is, sorry for blocking you out. Here, hold on. Cody, nobody cares if I block you out. See, the thing is, here's what happened. Cody's an intern here. He's not really French. He's a good American boy, aren't you, Cody? Say hi.
Hi.
See? Rebecca's not French either. Rebecca was here 2 nights ago, had to go to the bathroom. I made fun of her. Then I invited her back on the show to say goodnight because I felt a little bit guilty. And then everybody in the internet is like, he's sleeping with her. And I'm not. Am I?
No.
See? Am I?
No.
No. And I'm thinking, Cody's an intern here, and I'm thinking, how can I get the people to believe that I'm not locked in some clandestine affair with Rebecca? I know. I'll set Cody up with Rebecca, and then I walk away unharmed. Rebecca, what do you like about Cody? Okay. Probably should have started this side. Cody, what did you like about Rebecca?
Her smile.
Dude, that's a bit gay. Let's try it again. Do something like vibrant personality.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Cody, what do you like about Rebecca?
Her vibrant personality.
Oh, hey! Rebecca, what do you like about Cody? His sweater.
His sweater.
Oh, well, of course he's got a stripy sweater. He's French. Just like you.
See?
See? Too late. Bet you wish you'd pay for cable now, don't you? We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
California, welcome to the Late Late Show. Hi, I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Let it go. Let it wash away. Wash it. Let it die off. Please. Please let your applause die away quite naturally. Let it leave the room like some kind of bad, embarrassing smell that you didn't mean. Oh. Guess what I did before I came out here? No, it wasn't anything rude. I had a piece of chocolate and it's still tasty. Do you ever eat a bit of chocolate and then you go, this is still good? And then a little bit later you go, oh yeah, I like that. Oh, hey, you know what? What? It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. This week has been mad. It's been mad. It's been bonkers this week, I tell you. Well, you had Fat Tuesday was this week, Ash Wednesday, then Fat Ash Thursday, and now Regret Friday. Do you know in New York this week at the Westminster Dog Show, I watched it. I always feel sorry for the dogs because they judge them by feeling their nuts. Do I feel sorry for the dogs? Yeah, I know. Yeah, because, you know, what could be more humiliating than getting your nuts felt in front of thousands of people? It would be more humiliating if you get your nuts felt in front of thousands of people and they put on wacky sound effects like that. We wouldn't happen to have a clip like that lying around, would we, from last year? Oh, yeah, there you go.
That the serious Sussex fun-loving is a large, high-energy breed and require all this.
Yeah, there you go. Once a year, never misses. Actually, now, of course, because it's Friday today, shut up. The Tiger Woods press conference was earlier today, and I was riveted to that. Wasn't that interesting? You know, when I didn't expect it, but he actually apologized for things. I think the most interesting part is when he apologized to the mistress in your region. Now, you know why Tiger Woods held his press conference today? It's obvious. It is the classic ploy to make an announcement when there's a much bigger story going on. That way your story gets buried in the media covering the big story. And the big story, of course, today is that this is the birthday of the 14th century astronomer Copernicus. That's what it is. The media goes nuts once a year for the birthday of Copernicus. Born on this day in 1473, blah, blah, blah. They're always talking about it. I'm sure you're sick of hearing about him by now. Everyone's talking about it. TMZ are sending reporters back to the 15th century. They're following Copernicus as he gets out of a restaurant to walk to his horse or something. Hey, Copernicus, happy birthday. Who are you dating? Huh? Hey, Copernicus, how's your feud with Gary Coleman? What? I made that up. Copernicus is not having a feud with Gary Coleman. Just relax, everybody. Apparently, though, Copernicus did date a lot of people back then. He was considered a ladies' man. He was the Tiger Woods of his day, actually. Do we have a picture of Copernicus? There he is. Look at that. Yeah, exactly. He's gorgeous. He's so attractive, I want to give him a big Copernicus. All right. In 5 years of lame humor, never have we seen a lamer joke than the one I just did. But I liked it, and that's all that matters. Can I see the picture of Copernicus again? No, you know what, don't you think he looks a bit like the bass player from the band Journey? Look at him again. Yeah. Don't stop believing that the earth revolves around the sun. You do know what I'm talking about, right? Right. Copernicus, of course, is famous for his comprehensive heliocentric cosmology. Aha! That's a fancy way of saying that he was the first dude that realized that the Earth revolved around the sun and not the other way around. I hate it when people use fancy language to dress up something simple like that. Like when someone says men's long-form figure skating and what they really mean is gay pride parade. Do you see what I mean? Like, just say what it is. Say what it is. Do you know when Copernicus said the Earth revolved around the sun, it was revolutionary. It made people very upset. The Pope was very upset. It was Pope Paul III. He was Italian. He was like, hey, Copernicus, what are you saying? The Earth moving around the sun. He said, what's a coming a go, Copernicus? Next day you're telling me the ice cream not available in Tutti Frutti. What's wrong with you? Why, I oughta. I like Copernicus. I quite like all astronomers, really, because back when I was a kid, I joined the astronomy club in school. That made me very popular in 1970s Scotland, I can tell you. Come here, you bastard, I'll show you where to put that rocket. Because my Uncle James suggested I join the astronomy club, and I said okay, because the drinking behind the shed club was full. I liked the astronomy club. Our first rule was, you do not talk about the astronomy club. The second rule was, you do not talk about the astronomy club. Seriously, if you ever talked about being in the astronomy club, the other kids would beat the crap out of you. And some of those girls could really punch. Now, Copernicus, of course, lived a few hundred years before the beginning of the Enlightenment. But I'm with you, viewers. I think the individualism of the Enlightenment would not have been possible without Copernicus' theories. Yes, you're right. Copernicus has some groundbreaking theories. One of them was called the possessive theory of emissions, which basically means he who smelt it dealt it. It's not really that groundbreaking. Anyway, Copernicus wasn't just an astronomer. He was also a mathematician, a doctor, an economist, and an artist, which, coincidentally, were all the guys in the 14th century version of the Village People. The reason Copernicus got into trouble because with his ideas, he was a bit of an outlaw. Anyone who comes up with a new idea gets flack for it. But that's okay in my book. Jonathan Swift wrote he wrote Gulliver's Travels, Jonathan Swift. He has a famous quote where he says, "When a true genius appears in the world, you may know him by this sign, that the dunces are all in a confederacy against him." Except Jonathan Swift was from Dublin, Ireland, so it was more like, "Hi, diddly day, the dunces confederacy." Like, there you are. Racial stereotype. We'll be right back, everybody.
And now, Craig's Spanish word of the day. Today's word is aspiradora. Aspiradora.
Hey! Do you know the aspiradora, which means vacuum cleaner, of course? You're welcome, Spanish students. Do you watch that infomercial that's on at the same time as this show, or sometimes a bit later, or sometimes earlier, with that English guy, the creepy one that's got the ball vacuum cleaner? See what he says? "I like vacuum cleaners who's got the proper amount of suction." I'm like, what? "Most vacuum cleaners don't have a ball. This vacuum cleaner has a ball and it's got the proper amount of suction." And I'm like, you had me at suction. Hey, you know what I was talking about Jonathan Swift earlier on, the writer? Do you know the Irish writer Jonathan Swift? This is true. He's the great-great-great-great-grandfather of Taylor Swift. Now, that's not true, but if it was true, that would be awesome because it would have proved the long connection between great literature and country music superstars. Mark Twain, great-great-great-grandfather of Shania Twain. And Dolly Parton, who is related to the Dalai Lama. Technically isn't involved in country music anymore. Although he does enjoy the work of Rascal Flatts. That might be true. The Dalai Lama might like Rascal Flatts. He might not. He might. He's the Dalai Lama. He's allowed to do what he wants. As long as he's in America. Yeah. Yeah. Chinese got a whole other idea about that. All right. It's email Tweety time. Do the thing, will you?
Twitter, tweeting, ephemeral, fleeting, Flugenweb, base code, twist zone, ask mode, checks the tweets, checks the tweets, und also
to check the tweets and the emails. Let's see what we got. First up, we got a tweety tweet. You can tell it's a Twitter because CBS put a bird on it, so that I know. This is from Sharon in Connecticut. Says, Regis Philbin has started tweeting. Do you think he can be as good at it as you are? Of course he can. He's Regis Philbin. He can make up crap and all day long. He can. Regis is the master of the fake anger. He can just get angry at anything. He can just get angry at anything all of a sudden. He's on the show soon. Yes, it's pretty soon, isn't it? We're going to sing a song together, me and Reg. I'll let you know so you can watch Fallon. Fallon's in New York. Regis is in New York. Why can't Regis sing a song with Fallon? Why does he have to come here? Fallon's got that band. He's got the Roots there. The Roots, Regis, Fallon. That would be an entertaining exam. People would be like, oh, what will we watch after the Olympics? Regis on Fallon. You bet we will. I don't think I'm doing this correctly, am I? Never mind. All right, this is from Melissa in Atlanta, Georgia. She says, Dear Craig, I had a dream recently about betrayal and zombies. Do you think this is a good idea for a movie? No. Excuse me a second. Hello, Disney? Yeah, having an idea for a movie. It's about betrayal and zombies. I thought you would. $1 million. All right, it's yours. Thanks a lot. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, the zombies can be good looking. Yes, Joe Jonas can play one of the zombies. I'm fine with that. Yes, and they can sing. Yes, and the zombies go to church. Yes. And everybody loves each other, and nothing bad happens with the zombies or the betrayal. $1 million, make what you want. I don't care. Yeah. All right, bye. This is, I know we don't have time, but somehow I do. This is from Elias in Plainfield, Illinois. Elias, come gather the corn. Elias, get out of the cornfield. There's betraying zombies approaching. Elias says, hey, Craig, I've been exercising every day to get some abs like yours, and it's not working. What's the secret? You want to eat more and stay still longer. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back to the show, where tonight we're talking about Copernicus. See ya, everybody. We're not really. I've already finished talking about Copernicus. There's nothing more to say. That's the amazing thing about the genius of Copernicus. It can be summed up in about 8 minutes of television. My first guest tonight is in a movie. It's called Valentine's Day. It's in theaters now. It's a big hit. You've probably seen it. Take a look at this. Look.
I realize that, sir. I'll come back when you're serious.
Please welcome the lovely Topher Grace, everybody. Topher Grace. Topher. How lovely to see you.
Great to see you.
It's so nice to see you because I've never met you.
that's interesting to me because when they said to me today, Topher Grace is on the show, I'm like, oh, that's great, he's coming back. And they said he's never been here. And I argued with them.
I went through every single talk show I could, and I even did some on basic cable and some on internet, and then finally there was one that I hadn't been on.
Well, and there you are, and now you're here.
This is it.
This is the end of the road for many careers.
Really
Certainly mine.
The bottom of the barrel.
It is.
So far, yeah, it seems more fun than I thought.
Well, you know, you came here on a good night. It's not raining, so...
And it's beautiful. Look out there. Look at the city. You can just, you know, on these clear nights, you can see forever.
And you can smell the jasmine.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen the jasmine dance?
I think I'm about to. Action.
No.
Come on,
No,
right?
no.
Let's do the jasmine dance. Yeah.
Whoa, no. No, that's not the jasmine dance.
Oh, okay.
Not the clapping. The jasmine dance is slower and rhythmic, like this.
That's right.
That's pretty much it. It's subtle. Are you a big dancer? Are you a dancer? Do you enjoy dancing?
I am, but when I see someone move like that...
I know, I understand. What kind of dancing do you enjoy? Ladies naked dancing and you put money in their underwear?
No, I like stripping for audiences.
Well, you don't want to strip for them. They're, you know... It's very nice, your clothing.
Thank you.
Do you wear a tie with jeans often?
Yeah, because up here it's business.
Right.
And down there... pleasure.
No, but... So you wear jeans for pleasure and a tie for business. Do you ever wear a hat? Do you wear hats?
A hat, yes. What do I wear? I wear a hat for...
Do you ever wear your hat backwards?
To be silly, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Did you ever wear your hat backwards?
All the time, yeah. I, you know, on that 70s show, we had to grow our hair for, like, you know, years.
You had to
really,
look
really
like
long.
it was the 70s.
Yeah, so, but then the problem was it wasn't the 70s. Most of the week, yeah.
And here's the thing. I was alive during the 70s, and I was about the age that you were meant to be in the 70s show, and none of you guys were high enough. You were just like... It's just the truth. You were adorable and funny, but, you know, for a bit of authenticity, high and a lot more acne. Acne was very big in the 70s.
We had a little bit of that. We were actually, Ashton and I were promoting this film in London this past weekend, and it was really nostalgic, you know, to have... I mean, you've been on a sitcom, too, where you bump into your...
Drew Carey, yeah.
We
were known as the beautiful people of our sitcom.
You guys are like... You guys are roommates now here, basically.
Yeah. Right? Drew does The Price is Right. I think Ashton might be trying to take over The Price is Right, though.
That's right. Yeah. And then I'm gonna. You know, I don't want to be a talk show host. What I really want to do.
And neither do I. But you got to do what you got to do. Nobody wants to be a talk show host. It's like being a realtor. You don't sit there going, I want to be a realtor. You just end up being a realtor. It's like it's a talk show host.
But what I want to do on this show, because I've watched the show and I love it, but there's no band. I want to be your band leader.
Well, you can't be.
Why not?
We don't have any musical instruments or a band.
No, not that kind of a band leader.
Right.
The one where I just like kind of sit over here and whenever you tell a joke or you look at me, I go
a
like...
sidekick?
I go like, yo, yeah.
No, you can't. You can't, because I'm building one.
What's that?
I'm using this.
This is going to beat me.
Yeah. Well,
this beats me in terms of... All right, cool.
Well, I'll tell you why. I enjoy the movie Ghost Rider, which...
Right. I think...
Right?
Yeah. See, I was really surprised the year that came out, it didn't see any Academy Gold.
Yeah, I was surprised you weren't in it, because you're usually in good movies.
Yeah. But I wasn't in that film.
So what the hell was that? You missed out on Ghost Rider?
Well, they went with Eva Mendes.
Yeah, well, all right. So... I like this. This is going to be my sidekick. I'm building a robot skeleton sidekick.
Well, what? Oh, man, that really gets in the way of what I want to do here. But like,
well, you know, that's life, buddy. Not up. You know.
I guess I'll just keep being in movies.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be in the movies. Did you have a nice time in this? Everybody's in this movie except me.
Oh, it was Yeah, I know. They wanted you in it.
No, they did not,
no.
Topher. They did not want me in the movie. They specifically said, when I called up, when I said I'd like to be in the movie, they said, oh, sorry, we've made it.
Well, I thought you were in it because you were there all the time.
Walking around.
Right, just kind of screaming, yelling.
Hey, Ashton, tweet me, Ashton! Hey, be my follower! Are you on the Twitter? Are you on the Tweety?
No, and everyone that I was with in England was, Ashton obviously is like the king of
He is.
Twitters.
He is the biggest twit.
And
He is, though. He's the number one twit on the interwebs.
And, Jessica Alba was doing it over there, and Emma Roberts, and I didn't even fully understand really what it was.
I only joined last week. I only joined last week, yeah. No, I love it. People are friendly. They want to help in every way they can. They actually are.
I know everyone says it, but I feel like I would be the most... I have nothing to say. This is it. This is the best thing I've done.
Well, that's why you want to be on this show.
Right. I finally have something to tweet about, right?
Yeah, no, and also that kind of what we do here is not really have anything to say, and do that for an hour.
You know what? I do want to be a talk show host.
You can have this one. I swear you can have this one. You can have, but I get to keep the skull and my snake mug.
Deal. All right, deal.
I feel I insulted realtors earlier on. Do you know why?
Yeah, my mom and dad are realtors, so...
That's not really true, is it, Tom?
No.
That's like when I said that Jonathan Swift was Taylor Swift's great-great-grandfather.
But that wasn't true?
No, that is true.
That is true.
Yeah, that is true. Do you enjoy the work of Jonathan Swift or Taylor Swift?
One of them... Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much.
Good. Me too. We're out of time, but if you've watched the show ever before, I'm terribly sorry. And also, I'm doing this thing. I like to end interviews with the awkward pause.
Oh my God, we should have started this way earlier.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do it.
You ready? Yeah, we'll get going now. Topher Grace, everybody! Welcome back to the big Friday night show where things are going nuts. They're not going to think things are actually going nuts if you go, woo. They'll just think, oh, clearly things are not going nuts. He's trying a little too hard. My first guest tonight has left. But... oh, yeah, like you never... I got anything up. All right. My second guest tonight is the host of the Peabody Award-winning Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me on the NPR, which is fantastic and free. You get it free with a Prius or something, don't you? Please welcome the lovely Peter Sagal, everybody. Peter Sagal.
Pleasure to be here.
Peter, I feel I kind of made a mess of your second name there. I said Sagal, but it is Sagal. Like
yeah, you sort of start strongly and then you swallow the rest. You're like, Sagal! Right. As if you've had a second thought about finishing the name.
I should have gone further. I should have said Peter Sagal.
Pirsa.
Yeah.
I could try that way.
Well,
But it's been misspelled my entire life. But
Really?
I stuck with
Why?
it. Because it sounds like it should. It's spelled S-A-G-A-L.
It's spelled like Katie Sagal.
Very much like Katie Sagal.
And are you related to Taylor
In-
Swift or Jonathan Swift?
No. No, I'm not. Speaking of which, you actually taught me something tonight. I've been watching the show backstage.
Yes.
I did not know that the Confederacy of Dunces came from Jonathan Swift, and I was an
Yes.
English major.
Really?
And I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So-
well, you've read the book by Kennedy O'Toole.
John Kennedy O'Toole.
Right,
A Confederacy of
Confederacy of Dunces.
Yes.
Well, it says it in the foreword to that book.
I just skipped to the
You
middle.
go past the foreword?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I skipped the throat clearing, and I just go right to the middle.
No, that's not the...
That's how
The
we do
middle
that.
of the book?
Yeah, just dive right in.
Is that
in the
how
middle
you-
of the action.
Is that...
That's how I. That's it's just like movies these days.
Right, that's
You go and
true.
see a movie, and instantly, I mean, like the credits roll, somebody's shooting each other, and I think
Yeah.
that's good.
Right.
I think that we waste too much time in the exposition. And oh, here's the guy, here's the other guy, here's what they're fighting about. No, no, no. Just shoot each other. And since
I like it. I like
that
it. I
principle
love-
came.
Excuse me a second, will you?
Yeah.
I'll have it there.
There, have that.
I'll have it there.
This is how you do it.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
does your vacuum cleaner have the proper amount of suction?
It does. You, again, you were making fun of that vacuum cleaner. I own that vacuum cleaner. And let me tell you, it's all about the ball.
Is it really? Just like
Because
life, really?
it's in so many ways. Because you know how it is. You know how it is. You vacuum. I'm sure you
I
do it all the time.
I very rarely stop.
And you know you make. No, I said vacuum, not suck. And
All right.
you do the. I'm sorry. I did not mean that, but it was sitting there, and I
You
had a
couldn't
professional
help yourself.
obligation.
Oh,
I had a professional
sorry.
obligation.
I wonder if they'll give you a Peabody for
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you bastard.
So you know you're vacuuming,
Yeah.
and everybody knows when you're vacuuming, you're making all these marks in your carpet. I don't know what they're called, but with a regular vacuum, you're limited to straight lines. You can make W's, you can make M's, you can make the occasional I. If you take a corner, you can make an L.
Yes,
You can do cursive. You can spell out your name. If you have a big enough room with deep enough pile in your carpet, you can use this vacuum and write out the epigraph of Jonathan Swift's book, Gulliver's Travels. You can do that. You can do anything you want. You can do the entire genealogy of Taylor Swift back to Jonathan Swift in your carpet.
But why would you want the genealogy from Taylor Swift going back to Jonathan Swift in your carpet? Because people are only going to come in and tread all over your
No,
hard
this is what you
research.
do. People say, you say to them, did you know Taylor Swift? Great granddaughter of Jonathan Swift. They say, I don't believe you. You say, come to my room.
Look at the carpet.
I've laid it all out with my ball vacuum.
I imagine you get laid quite a lot more than one would think. Yeah, very nice.
I feel I would if they didn't back away with a frightened look in their eye.
No,
but one of these days.
No, I think see, does it really have more suction that thing?
It does.
Do you buy things that you see on TV? You go and say, oh, I've got to have that, and you get the bedazzler and everything? Do you do?
In fact, I bedazzled my ball vacuum. It was hard. There you go.
Disney wouldn't be interested in that.
No, it was. I have small children, as
Yes.
do you, right?
Yes, I do, yeah.
And when you have small children...
I'm related to the small child in my house. I don't just collect them. It's not a hobby or anything like that.
Is that possible?
No, I think that's against the law.
And if you have small children, as you know, they tend to destroy everything.
Yes.
Basically, children are agents of entropy, and they continue acting and moving and breaking things until every object in your house is reduced to its maximum number of component parts. And then they are distributed evenly around the home.
Right.
And that's maximum entropy. It's the second law of thermodynamics as applied to the household.
Good night, everybody.
There you go. I just want to say, tonight, Jonathan Swift, Copernicus, second law of thermodynamics.
And Topher Grace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a rising light in intellectual stratosphere. So anyway, because of that, you're fighting this constant battle against entropy.
Yes.
Which can be fought with vacuum cleaners. So I've been upping the ante in the vacuum cleaners.
Do you think conventional warfare could be fought with vacuum cleaners? For example, if you had a battalion of ball suction vacuum cleaners heading into the caves of Tora Bora, do you think?
Well, what you could do is you could go out in the deserts with the ball-shaped vacuum cleaner, and you could write in the sand, "Surrender, Osama."
Yes!
because you can do Arabic, which is not a linear alphabet.
Oh, look at this vacuum cleaner.
Yes, exactly.
These people clearly have the proper amount of suction.
Exactly. It's time to give in.
You know, it might
call Disney.
I will, yeah.
No, call the Pentagon.
It's busy. So there you go. How are things in Chicago?
Things in Chicago are very cold, but they're not as cold as the rest of the country. We've had this strangely mild winter. Which
now, why do you think this? Is Oprah something to do with
because
that?
Because we've suffered it. No, I like the idea. Are they Oprah fans who ended up in the wrong studio?
I have no idea why that got them so excited.
It's just, are we all reflexively programmed in America to cheer when you mention her name? Let's try.
Yeah,
Oprah.
Yeah, it must be it.
Scary, you know, I like the idea of Oprah standing on the Sears Tower and reaching upward and going, no! And the storm clouds go around. It could happen. No, but I think we've had a mild winter because we live in Chicago. We suffer enough. And
no,
from the weather. From the weather.
From the weather.
It's awful. It's brutal. It's just gray and windy, and eventually.
I love Chicago.
It's a great town.
It's a fantastic town, and that big thing you have there.
It's called a lake.
Lake Oprah.
Has that gone through yet?
It's what's interesting about that. You go out there and you think it's going to be the ocean because it looks like the ocean.
It goes on forever.
Yeah, but the waves just go.
And they actually make that noise, but that has more to do.
That's the amazing thing, because I thought I had some kind of squeaky chair in my hotel room.
No.
I heard the.
Yeah.
And then I realized the window was open and I had a view of the lake.
Carl Sandburg wrote a poem about it. The city of the big shoulders and these small eeping waves, I believe is how it went.
Eeping waves?
Eeping.
So the
Not
poetry
leaping.
of Carl Sandburg, I think, tonight.
Yes.
So if Copernicus doesn't scare him off for maximum, what do you call it, entropy?
Maximum, the second law of thermodynamics.
Yeah, second law.
All systems center maximum entropy.
Do you know any more of the laws of thermodynamics?
It's funny because I only know the second one. That's what everybody talks about.
That's weird. It's like Newton's third law. Everyone's like Newton's third law. And you go, what about, every action is an equal and opposite reaction. Like, what about the first two? I don't know.
No, I think his first law was like chicks dig convertibles.
That's true, yeah.
No, I'm thinking about the first law of thermodynamics.
Right.
Nobody talk about thermodynamics.
That's the first law.
Go.
And the second law?
The second law.
Nobody talk about thermodynamics. Peter Sagal, everybody.
Me gusta pescado.
All right. Quietly. I'm a little concerned. You know, I remember at the start of the show, if you've just come in, this will make no sense to you. But then again, if you just come in, you're probably high anyway. So at the start of the show, I was trying to fix up Cody and Rebecca. And I don't know if it worked. But I haven't heard from them for the entire amount of the show, and it seems like the show went on for a long time. Who was on the show tonight? Topher Grace. Wasn't he good? He knows his Copernicus. But we should try and find out if Cody and Rebecca here. Oh, my Lord, come on in. Look at this. Good Lord, everybody. Don't you love a happy ending?